Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my predictions for UFC Fight Night Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. We're just going to get straight into it. Starting off with the first fight of the night, we have Hamdi Alawabi versus Jamal Pogues. This matchup that we all have been waiting for, and Hamdi Abdul Wahab. He was suspended for using PEDs. Now he's back in the UFC, and it's kind of sad to see because he was on the PEDs and now he's coming back. It's kind of a little bit shitty, but it's just weird how the UFC's like, no, we don't like PEDs, da-da-da-da-da, but then they're letting people like Hamdi Abdul Walabi. I'm not trying to be racist, I promise. I'm just not good at pronouncing names. He's coming back, and he's had time off, so he's been a little bit. And Jamal Pogues, he's been going at it fully. He is the favourite for this fight, which I kind of saw happening. Jamal Pogues, and he'll probably be able to take Hamdi Abdul Wahab. He'll be able to take him down with his wrestling. He's a pretty good wrestler. He's got a lot more experience than his record suggests because he did a few fights with Gamebred Fighting Championship, which is no gloves. So he does have some more experience than a 3-0 record, which would suggest, because he was a 4-0 if you include the win over Dontel Mays, that Hamdi Abdul Wahab, yes, I think that's how it's said. Because he got that win, if you really call it a win, because, he was using PEDs. I wouldn't really call it a win, but anyways, I just think Hamdi Abdul Wahab is a more, dominant wrestler. I think he's more talented than Jamal Pogues, and I have Hamdi Abdul Wahab by a decision. Our next fight on the card, we have Bogdan Grad versus Lucas Alexander. I'm going to pick Bogdan Grad here. He has 2 performances on the Contender Series, destroyed by Tom Nolan in one of them, then fought a very good prospect in the next one, and actually had a very close and fun scrap with him. It was actually a war back and forth that, to be honest, I don't know if he won that, to be honest. I would have gone it to the other guy when I watched the fight back. There were moments where I was like, okay, he's ending strong. He's marabbing his way through, which he is pushing the pace at the end of the rounds, looking like the other guy was breaking a little bit more than he was. It was a very close fight on the Contender Series, but he fought a great opponent, 9-1, and I'm going to go with him over Lucas Alexander. Lucas Alexander, he beat Steven Peterson very easily. Lucas is a talented striker, but I think Bogdan Grad is good enough on the feet to hang with him. Maybe lose out slightly, but I think the takedown threats are going to be there, and I think it's going to be an advantage for him. And Lucas Alexander is coming off a first-round TKO loss. It's not the best of terms of the situation for him, being out there for a long time. He's been out for a year and a few months. I like this for Bogdan Grad, and I think he's going to get it done early for me, in my opinion. And I think I'm going to say TKO round 2 for Bogdan Grad. Our next fight on the card, we have Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Mayra Bruno Silva. Anyway, I'm gonna go with Mayra Bruno Silva as the underdog. Jasmine Jasudavicius is good. She's talented. She's pretty good. She has pretty good performances recently. But on the other hand, Mayra Bruno Silva has some reasonably good fights against some of the top level fighters in the women's division. She got wins that Jasmine Jasudavicius, fuck, that's hard to say, could only dream of. I know she hasn't been looking too good in her recent fights. By the Macy Chiasson fight was stopped due to a cut, and then the Raquel Pennington fight, which went to a decision, but she had good moments early on in the rounds, but she was just getting worse and worse as the fight went on. Holly Holm, she actually bet, which I was surprised about. and well, it was overturned to a no contest due to her drug test, which I value. Then gives her an advantage here. She's going to be at flyweight, which means she'll have a bit more of a size advantage, which I think is a big thing for her, because she is a very physical female fighter. She pushes forward, she bullies in the clinch, she tries to get her dominant position in her grappling. I think she will beat Jehudis Vicious. Bruno Silva been on the top as the top contender, the bantamweight. She's been a flyweight before, if I'm not mistaken. I know that Jasmine Jehudis Vicious beat Ariana De Silva. I'm not sold by that performance. I think she looked a little bit weak, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm going to go with Mayra Bruno Silva here by a decision. Next fight, we have Terrence McKinney versus Damir Hadzovic. This scored the entire roster up and down. They scaled the entire roster up and down to find a good, winnable opponent for Terrence McKinney. There was danger around every corner with the matchmaking. Eventually, they found Damir Hadzovic. No idea how this guy is still in the UFC. I mean, he's been around for a long time. He's actually got a win in 2021 against Yancy Medeiros. So hold your horses on the whole cutting from the UFC talk. He's had one fight since then against Mark Diakese in the middle of 2022. He lost very convincingly. He didn't fight since then, and now he's fighting against Terrence McKinney. They really have just plucked him out of nowhere before his great win over Yancy Medeiros in June 2021. He was coming off 2 losses in a row to the great Renato Moicano and Christos Giassos, beaten before them that as well. So we're really scrapping in the bottom of the barrel trying to find an opponent for Terrence McKinney. And I mean, this is a very obvious fight for me. I think Terrence McKinney's going to win here. I mean, Damir Hadzovic, why is he back? I totally fucking forgot about this guy, to be honest. I was like, why? Just get Terrence McKinney an actual bloody challenge. Don't get him a winnable opponent. Damir Hadzovic, yes, he's a 14-7 opponent, but still, try and find someone that's at least dangerous. Sorry. Anyway, I got Terrence McKinney here by a TKO in the first round. Damir Hadzovic, I don't think it's going to last. Next fight on the card, we have Shamil Gaziev versus Thomas Peterson. Shamil here, there to win and there to take over. That's more than can be said for a lot of heavyweights these days in the UFC. Thomas Peterson is just a fat idiot who's in the UFC. He's 9-2. He's coming off a win from Muhammad Usman, which is a great fucking win, actually. Muhammad Usman is pretty difficult to beat. And the great Jamal Pokes, of course, fraud-checked Thomas Peterson in his debut. Nothing so far in his career has been impressive for Thomas Peterson. He has been doing well in the regional scene, and the idea of Thomas Peterson made you believe in him. He's a 74-inch reach. I'm going to go with the great Shamil Gaziev to blob all over him, have a size advantage. Thomas Peterson can grapple. He's got some good wrestling, but I don't see him winning this one. I think as the fight goes on, Shamil, the blob, Gaziev, after they both exchange on the grappling and a little bit, and maybe on the back and forth, he'll pick up the pace and maybe go for a third round finish over Thomas Peterson. That is my prediction. A third round TKO for Shamil Gaziev. Next fight on the card with Muhammad Imavov versus Kane Offley. This is a tough fight for Kane Offley. He's got a very difficult guy in the finals of The Ultimate Fighter. Muhammad Nahamov. He's going to win. Kane Offley, he's good, but I just don't see him. I just see him getting ragdolling. But I just don't see him ragdolling Namov. Muhammad Namov, he's got wicked grappling skills, and I think he's going to have an advantage on the feet against Kane Offley, who is just a little short, 66 inches of reach. He's a strong dude, but a featherweight that is a very tricky thing to overcome against a bigger dude in the division like Muhammad Nahamov, who who does have grappling background and has got wicked knockout power on the feet. So I am going to call a KO win for Muhammad Nahmov in the second round. Next fight on the card, we have Farazam versus Mike Davis. This fight is interesting. Farazam with a 16-4 record with a plus 145 for the underdog, which I think is surprising for me for the betting odd. And then Mike Davis was with an 11-2 in the odds of minus 142, which is a pretty decent pick with that odd as well. Farazam's last fight was against Matt Fowler, and he won that fight by a KO in the third round. I found him doing extremely well in that fight, just winning the rounds as they go. And Mike Davis last fought Nathan Levely, which he lost to a sub in the second round. But yeah, this fight looks good, and I do have to go with Mike Davis winning here. He is reaching the age of 35, so mate, fucking run. Fucking go get it, mate. Like, you're getting to that age. But I have him winning by decision, Mike Davis. Farazam could win it, but I think Mike Davis is the favourite. He's 11-2. Farazam is 16-4. See the difference. But the last 5 fights, Farazam has 4-1, and Mike Davis is 4-1. So it's very, very close. Next fight on the card, we have Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. This is a fight that really interests me. Said Nurmagomedov, as you know, that Nurmagomedov name has gotten a little less intimidating over the last few weeks. I used to hear that name and shiver me timbers. Over here, oh no, what? He's going to do this poor prospect that picked up the sport 15 years later than him, but no, they're still getting razor fucking close, and some of them are losing. I know they started at 2 years old, the Dagestanis, and people like Vinicius Oliveira picked it up at 15 years old, but believe me, somehow, it's still close and competitive with these guys. I don't see Vinicius Oliveira getting takedowns here. This is a tricky one to predict. Vinicius Oliveira, he's a big dude, rangy, can strike well and through, and he didn't look good against Sapaj on short notice. Sapaj took it in short notice as well, as it is a very different style matchup. So I am going to assume that he was fully prepared for the idea of someone trying to take someone down quite a bit. It's just fucking tricky one. This is just a tricky one to predict. Yeah, I got him. I'm gonna go with Said Nurmagomedov here. I do rate the experience of Said, or Said. I don't know if it's Said or Sid or whatever the fuck his name is. So yes, Said Nurmagomedov by a decision. But yeah, I would love Vinicius Oliveira to win, but he's going against a Dagestani, so you never really win those ones. Next fight on the card, one that I was very excited that was announced, is Sergey Pavlovich versus Jahizo Rosenstruck. Now, this fight is actually a risky fight for years. We were sold on the aura and the promise of Sergey Pavlovich. He was going to be the one. It's been pretty bad for Sergey Pavlovich recently, but in a bad way. I know Aspinall put him out there. Just seems what happens when Aspinall hits anyone on the chin, which is crazy to think about. Aspinall seems to put these guys out if he lands on them clean. Sergey took a whipping from Volkov, and I was surprised by how well he actually could just stand there and take the punishment. Like, he landed his own there, but he did take a whipping. Rosenstruck was finished by Volkov. God fucking knows what Aspinall would do to Rosenstruck. You know what? That Tai Tuivasa fight was a split decision. Am I right? No, I'm joking. But it was an absolutely fucking disgusting decision. I really don't know how they got that to Tai winning. Why a fucking judge gave him to Tai. Anyway. But yeah, he took Samil to the fourth. This Pavlovich, he's going out there and getting this one done by a TKO in the first round. It will be a reminder that he is still one of the top dogs in the heavyweight division. So give me Sergey Pavlovich by a TKO in the first round, and that is my prediction. Now for the co-main event, the one everyone's been wondering, who can win this? Shara Magomedov versus Michael Venom Page. Now, after Shara Magomedov started a fight with a guy merely for kissing his girlfriend, and once he was nearly overpowered by this man in their confrontation, waited outside of a shopping enterprise to attack him from behind with a sucker punch, knocking him down and stomping on his face, although Shara Magomedov is a fucking filthy inbred piece of shit that is a disgrace, because here you have a collab with Nina Drama and being all flirty. Wow, oh my god. Shara Magomedov, oh my god. You're so nice, you're so kind. Fucking just stomped someone's fucking head in. What the... Sorry, I fucking hate Shara Magomedov, I'm sorry. But, I hope MVP channels the spirit of his own dad in here. Like, fucking I hope he just molds through fucking Shara Magomedov. You know that cage that I was praying for? I know I'm gonna go... Yeah, this fucking sucks that I have to go with this guy. Yeah, I'm going to go with Shara Magomedov here over MVP with a logical take on this. I have an inkling that Michael Venom Page was going to get this one done, because I have this could be a dull fight, this could be slow fight, this could be a low output, couple big exchanges per round, and well, I was thinking MVP was probably going out there to get a better of that, but he gets the better of everyone when it comes to the game. Then I was watching back that Ian Gary fight, and although he was beating Ian Gary on the feet, because Gary, I'm telling you, didn't land a single fucking punch in that fight on MVP, like, yes, I really want MVP to win this fight, so fucking bad, but I mean, it's a fucking Russian, it's a fucking Dagestani, like, come on, here's fight, like, if this goes to a decision, I'm sorry MVP, you're losing this, but, yeah, like, it's no joke, like, his last fight with the spinning back fist, Jesus fucking Christ, that was an amazing KO. But do I really see Shara KOing him in the fight? Maybe. I just think MVP really should have stayed in the welterweight division, because it's just a tricky opponent to beat in the first fight of the middleweight division. Even though he is a big welterweight, I think he could have just gone for a little bit of an easier opponent. But I mean, yeah, my final pick, I have Shara Magomedov here by ground and pound finish in the third round. It sucks to say that, just because I love my Great British, I love my English, and I would love Michael Venom Page to win here, but I just don't see. I think Shara Magomedov is fucking insane, that guy. As much as I don't like Shara, well, I have to go with Shara, don't I? Now into the main event, everyone. Let's go. We have Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. With this fight, I mean, it can go either way. I think Nasruddin Imavov is a great challenger for Izzy. I think Izzy really is needing to make a point with this fight, because if, he doesn't win this, it won't look good for him in the further rounds of his career, losing to Nasruddin Imavov. I think the way that he could win is his great playing, and I think the way that Izzy could win is from his striking. I think his striking is a little bit better than Nasruddin Imavov's striking. But it's a very good fight that I'm happy it's the main event for a Saudi card. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to see how this goes. I think Izzy might struggle with some rounds. And same with Nasruddin Imavov. I think it'll be a very close fight. I think it will go to a decision in my opinion. So with further ado, I think the person that's going to win this fight is going to be Israel Adesanya by a decision. Yes, my original prediction was Nasruddin Imavov by submission round 4, but I was thinking about it. I think Izzy's striking will help him out a little bit more in this fight. And with his fight with DDP, he did stuff a few takedowns. He looked good in there, but he did give up his back in the fourth round, which didn't really help him out. But yeah, I think this fight will be a challenging fight and a very exciting fight that I'm really looking forward to see how this goes down. But yes, I have Israel Adesanya by a decision, and that is my final guess for this fight. And yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. That will be a massive help. And yeah, thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.